Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Butterfly Goddess Tarot, and I am here to do a quick love reading for the month of December for my Aquariuses. I do have to say that the message cannot and will not resonate with everyone. I also want to say in advance, thank you all for watching. So, I'm an Aquarius, for those of you who don't know, who haven't watched my channel before, so I'm always interested in what the messages are for us Aquariuses. So while I was shuffling, my messages are both meditative and I do go based off what the cards tell me, but I also use my own intuition and I listen to my guides. So you guys have the Ace of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords, and you have the Star card. So I actually heard two different situations. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is for people who are in a committed relationship or were in a relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it. With the Ace of Wands, that talks about there being a chance for a new beginning. And this could be like a new beginning in with a past lover, really. I kind of hesitate to say that because the other story that I'm hearing is like the complete opposite. So for some of you all, it's like a renewed go around with whoever it is that you were with, who is always the person who's always on your mind. You know exactly who this is if this message resonates with you. But you also have the Eight of Swords, which makes me feel like you're not trusting that, like, you're not following your own intuition. You're not going with in to kind of get an understanding. It's like you're like in a battle, in a mental battle. You're trying to figure it out. You're constantly debating about whether or not this is the right thing to do, if moving forward with this person is the right thing to do, or if you should just kind of let it go and maybe see what is out there for you. Spirit is telling me, like, if you have someone in mind, you've kind of gone through the ringer with this person, but who hasn't in a relationship, like, really, truthfully and honestly. I feel like, though, for you may have even gotten to a point where you were kind of okay with the relationship being done. And just when you kind of get to a place where you're comfortable and you're accepting of what was and what you felt like was not going to be any longer, it's like they come back in and have a new offer for you. That's kind of like what the Ace of Wands is showing, that it's like a promising start, really. Also the Ace of Wands, when it comes to like a love reading, also represents like sexuality and just like a strong attraction to this person. Let's talk about singles for just 1 second, and then we'll go back to people who are either in a relationship or have someone in mind. For those of you who are single, I heard you have energy to burn, like sexual energy to burn. And it's like, I feel like you're kind of in the place where you're debating of like, well, should I just go out there and have a good time and really just, this sounds so corny, but like sow my wild oats and just really enjoy myself. Like, I feel like you probably have been in some kind of confinement or feeling restricted with this Eight of Swords here. You've been feeling restricted in some ways, like not feeling like you were ready to just go out and mingle. And if you have recently gotten out of a situation, actually I don't feel like, if for some of you all, if you're single, I don't feel like you've you've just become single recently. I feel like you've probably been single for a while. You probably had to get over a couple of things, which is why you're kind of feeling restricted in some ways, because you're so used to being part of a couple, and now that you've been out of it for a while, you're trying to figure out when the right time is to get your feet wet and to go back out. But it's like, honestly, you have a lot of sexual energy. That's what Spirit is telling me. So, maybe it's because you've been single for a while and you haven't really been, extremely sexually active. But so that was a little something for the singles. So back to those of you who are in a relationship or a situationship, or recently out of a relationship, and it looks like things are kind of wanting to start back up. The Star card is also here. So this actually can speak to both the singles and the couples. With the Star card here, again, it talks about a hopeful new beginning, the renewal of something. And the Star card is actually the Aquarius card in the deck. So, it also talks about renewed trust. So for those of you all who, were in a situation where the trust was broken, there's something going on that you may not fully be able to see and articulate, or something that you're not able to see the full picture. And the full picture for you is that, if this person comes back in, I'm with the Star card being here, that kind of tells me that it's not going to be like it was before. With the Star card, you can work on letting go of some of those walls and barriers that you've put up when it comes to dealing with this person, slowly but surely. We're not going to give it all to them at once, but we're just going to kind of go with the flow and see what happens. But be very clear about your intentions, right? And don't go into a situation with anybody from your past knowing what you want and not making it clear what you want, and kind of allowing them to set a pace that doesn't work for you. Meaning but again, I'm with this person, I'm not getting that they want to be flighty or anything at all. I almost feel like maybe they were flighty before, but this time apart has kind of allowed them to see things in a different light. And I'm seeing the grass, and it's maybe they thought the grass was greener on the other side, meaning the single side, but it wasn't for them. And like I said, it comes at a point where you are just kind of have become kind of okay with, you had become okay with your new normal. So that's kind of where it is for the couples. For the singles with the Star card, I feel like in you getting out there and just kind of exploring and figuring out what it is that you want now that you have come up out of hibernation. That's what I'm feeling like. Come out of hibernation. You do want more than just the physical, the sexual part. You want that, because clearly with that Ace of Wands, it seems like that's what you want. But I think that with the Star card being here, you're going to be put in a position where all you have to do is get out there, because you're going to meet someone. You're going to meet someone special, and this person is, I think, going to take you by surprise. And for some of you, I also know us Aquariuses, and I feel like you're going to be kind of hesitant in taking them serious. And for some of you all, it may be because you don't want anything serious, because you've been single for a little while and not dating, and you just kind of want to date and see what's out there and see you know, figure out what you like and what you don't like now. You know, so this was the reading for my Aquariuses for the month of December, the love reading. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.